I
Oh,
was talking to Jay. He gotta let it all. He's like,
wow.
yeah, I said it all.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
My God. And we here. Another one. Welcome. As you can see, it's someone else here. Not just the guys. Like to meet y'all. I say meet y'all. Like to introduce y'all to
Yeah, bro.
Dentist Savant. My boy.
Oh man, what's going on, y'all? Thank you for having me. Appreciate the welcome.
Of course, of
And
course.
Ready to do it.
Let's get it
Get to
going.
Yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Let's get it going. First things off, if y'all haven't seen it, Space Jam is the shit. I'm sorry, bro. We gotta do it.
I
It's
missed
the
it.
shit. Yeah,
I
it's the
missed
shit.
it.
It is the shit.
Worth the price of admission?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you got HBO Max, facts. If you got
Yeah,
the
HBO
HBO
Max
Max,
is
it's
big
definitely
free.
worth it. It's definitely worth it. A lot. I seen my boy put me on. I didn't see it, but he was talking about how a lot of people was hating, talking about the acting and shit like that. But for me, it was just the little gems, like how they just like the little references to the first one, just like even the slick shit that they were saying just in like this time period and just how the movie was. It was just
Like, been there, done that.
right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? We needed to help him. That shit was fire, bro. I don't care.
I
'Cause
just like how they had the whole HBO Max in that whole movie.
I think it was Warner Bros. Was it
Well,
Warner
yeah, it was
Bros?
Warner
I think it
Bros.
was Warner Bros.
All the
All
Warner
of those
Brothers
movies
movies.
was Warner Bros. Like,
Yeah, Iron
all of those
Giant,
TV
Yeah,
King
it's
Kong.
shows.
the same umbrella, but like if you look, all those shows is
On HBO Max,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
big fact.
That shit was fire, though. They had the Game of Thrones in there. They had the Matrix on there. They had my boy Harry in there. That shit was fire.
Yeah, B, I can't wait for you to see it.
Yeah.
How does it measure up to the first one though? Because I heard mixed reviews. And first of all, LeBron, MJ, did he meet that bar that MJ set?
It was a different story.
All right. I feel like they went with,
I feel like
they kind of went with our generation instead of like, we would say, how old are you?
35.
Okay, yeah. Instead of like going with your generation, which you watched Jordan, and y'all didn't really have technology, but y'all believed in aliens though. You feel what I'm
Yo,
saying?
we had
So that was
technology, bro.
I mean, y'all no, but y'all
for all type of digital.
no. I'm saying, but y'all didn't.
Yo,
Y'all
I'm
didn't.
35. How old are you?
No. But y'all didn't have the like in '90s. We're the booming age of technologies. The '90s kids, we had everything. We had
Facts.
TVs, color TVs at that. Like I mean, y'all had color TVs too. Like my brother had a color TV, of course. But I'm just saying, like right at that time, we was kind of like '80s and '90s babies are the ones that kind of just like we were in the cycle of
We
that.
was little kids with the toys. y'all
Yeah,
was
with the
playing
toys that y'all
Yeah.
that you know what I mean. We was getting those toys, and it's kind of like so we seeing they're giving us. I feel like they gave the kids today, and even us. They put in a bunch of shit that a lot of little kids wouldn't even know. They like kids don't watch Game of Thrones. Kids haven't seen Matrix yet. Kids haven't seen Harry Potter. Kids don't watch
that
none of
was
that.
for
So
us.
that was for
Facts.
us. That was stuff that we actually watched as kids and stuff like that. But I felt like they didn't go with the alien thing because yeah,
that's-
we're so advanced in technology now that the alien thing really doesn't matter.
Yo,
Like, you get what I'm saying? The
gotta
Monstars
really
was
see
fire.
it. They didn't have aliens in Space Jam, so
Nah,
No, the Monstars was there, but they used it more of like
it was like
tech.
a cyber bowl.
Yeah, it
or
was like a
something
cyber.
that.
It was like a
on the
cyber
internet.
game.
yeah, you
Kinda
feel
how,
me? His
like,
son, instead of being a bowler, his son created games and he was nice at it. And then like LeBron was pushing his son to play ball, and it was like, nah,
His son
I'm a
wanted to
gamer
be a
type of
gamer.
thing. Like, yeah.
all right, got it.
So in that aspect, I feel like it does measure out for what Space Jam was back then and for
And to
what
what it
this
is
Space
now.
Jam is now, given this time period. I feel like it definitely matches up. And just the, like you said, all the other little things that was in the movie, that's really for us type shit. Like,
Yeah.
we know what it was like 20 years ago or whatever type shit. So all the little gems that happened between that Space Jam and this Space Jam, they kind of did their due diligence to put little pieces of it in it.
You know
That's
what's
why I feel like
crazy?
it would be better.
You know what's crazy? I feel like that movie was well thought out because how popular is Looney Tunes right now? Like, let's be honest. Like,
Disrespected
like
and calling them rejects. bro.
rejects, but think about it like this: you'll see bugs in other movies, in other like they'll put bugs in other things, like Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck and shit like that. You don't really see them together anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you see how he was like, oh, he showed them that the world is bigger in this place. It was kind of like that. Like, we seen what's the name in Spider-Man? What's that nigga name? From the Looney Tunes, he was in Spider-Man. The nigga with the shit that he was taking out he would take out the things and like bang on niggas' heads. I mean, in the Spideyverse, Into the Spideyverse, what was that?
Oh, Elmer Fudd?
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? You see them in a lot of different places. Like Daffy Duck pop up in certain shit. He got cameos in like little like movies and you know what I mean?
Watching Looney Tunes no more.
Nah,
Yeah, Looney Tunes
Bubble
is not.
Guppies.
Yeah.
I watch Bubble Guppies every day.
Yeah.
Is your kid on? You got a kid?
outside, everybody outside, lined up, everybody lined up.
Oh, what about? Is he too old for Coco Melon, or are they too old for Coco Melon?
She's 11 months, so she doesn't know about Coco Melon. She does Blues Clues,
Okay.
Bubble Guppies, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
I don't like Coco Melon.
Barney's still big. Sesame Street.
Yeah, I play all
Those
of
are the
those for him.
classics.
Sesame Street, definitely.
Oh, you got a little one too?
He just turned a year. He probably could in a month now.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats.
You too.
Yeah, congrats
Thank
on
you.
yours too. That's dope.
Yeah, man, changed my life 100%.
Black
Yeah.
fathers, man.
Yeah.
We out here.
Black
proud of y'all.
Black fathers, proud of the black fathers, man.
Proud of y'all for real. Definitely
Yo.
proud of y'all.
I got a question though, cause like I don't know no dentist. You get what I'm saying? And I honestly, I like the dentist. The dentist is cool. I feel like that's the most chillest shit. Like
Of
peop-
all appointments, it's my
yeah,
favorite.
it's like
That just
I don't
know
gotta
what?
go to the doctor. Ain't nobody tickling my balls. I don't got no Asian lady. You know what I mean? Putting on like
No coughing,
yeah,
no none
no
of that
coughing,
shit.
no none of
Definitely
that
not in
shit.
my office.
You know what I mean? You
Nah.
go there, boy, get your shit right. You know what I mean? Squeaky clean. But I be wondering like what's so I don't know. Have you ever had that patient that was just like super scared of the doctor? And like I mean kids is fine, but like the grown ups like
Y'all are the only two that I've heard in a long while say that y'all enjoy going to the dentist.
that's my shit.
And even though my patients, they come, they enjoy the experience in terms of set out to give a good quality visit, get a chance to know them and build that relationship. Of course, take care of their teeth. But usually people have fear. It's a lot of fear, anxiety, and maybe even just trauma of bad experience. So for me, my bar was always, I got into it because of people smiling and then having insecurities. I wanted to try to help
Fix
people feel better about their smiles because I never really had that issue.
Okay.
But then once I got into it, I was like, yo, we could do a little bit more in terms of understanding what our patients are coming in, talking to us about. Because like you said, it's not like going to another doctor. Sometimes it's a lot of psychiatry, a lot of just talking and getting a chance to really meet people where they're at.
So, what would you say is like a problem with black men in the dentist? Just given your time.
why do we gotta be black men? I feel like everybody.
We're all black men.
all right,
I'm
cool.
saying-
For real, that's
and it's like a lot of people talk shit like how like men don't be keeping up with their hygiene and
Yeah,
shit.
okay.
Your teeth and your hygiene. Like these are the first jewels you ever had.
Yeah,
type
this
shit,
is
so.
that's the first thing that somebody sees.
Right.
Like as soon as they see you, I mean, they see your eyes first, they see your nose, and then once you open your mouth, that's the first thing they see is your teeth.
Yeah, we can
know what's
expand the
crazy?
scope to everybody, but like I want to focus on black men first.
No, go ahead. My bad.
I used to always stare at people's teeth. Even before I got into dentistry, I would look at people's teeth over their eyes. And then my dad was like, yo, stop looking at people's teeth because
Yeah.
you're making them feel.
Yeah, you making them feel
like-
insecure, like they got
mom
something in their
Say
teeth or
that shit
something.
too. Like you gotta stop looking at people in their mouth and shit.
Wait, you look people in their mouth too, college?
When I was younger, yeah, I used to
Oh,
do that
that's
shit all
just in the
time.
family. Oh, what? I'm sorry.
I used to look
They
at
didn't
people
even
in
they
the
didn't even introduce themselves. They're brothers.
Yeah,
it's my
yeah.
oldest
I'm about
brother,
to
man.
say.
My bad.
Like
Yeah,
they're
that's a
brothers,
fact.
you get what I'm saying? I always call that nigga my brother, but nah, that's his brother right there.
bro.
You know what I
Shit.
mean? That's big bro.
Big bro.
Yeah, man.
So he might know some shit. He might got some jewels.
Nah,
definitely gotta-
Man. I think we all learn from each other. So that's the key is just that awareness and that education, and being young, getting comfortable going to the dentist early. My parents used to always take us to the dentist.
Yeah.
So it was always in our heads, okay, we got to brush and floss. But sometimes when you don't have access to care, a lot of people just aren't aware that these, and even within our profession, I'll be honest, some reports come out that flossing isn't important, or you don't realize that cavities are formed when you have a lot of sugar. You're eating a lot of processed sugars, especially, and that forms an acid, and then that starts to wear down the enamel. So it's so much that goes into it, but I think it's mainly that, it's more than just your teeth are important for eating, but your mouth is important because it also develops your airway, your nose, and even that within our profession right now, dentists, doctors, I think we could do a little bit better of a job educating on that point.
Okay.
Yo, it's funny that he said that because it's like, you know how we talked about people being scared to go to the dentist? Niggas, and I would say niggas as in black people. I mean, other people too. But majority black people will go to a motherfucker that don't know nothing about teeth and get their fucking grills done.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, you would go let this nigga put I don't know what into your mouth just to get a mold. I mean, it could be whatever. I mean, you could look it up, of course. But still, you're willing to go do this shit and put some gold in your mouth or go put some diamonds in your teeth or some extra shit, then go get them bitches brushed professionally?
Yeah, see, that's the
Like-
thing. That's the fear sometimes, and then other times it's just covering things up because you don't realize, okay, your teeth are supposed to be there and the gums are there for a reason, and then you sit something on top of it, and if you're not removing it, keeping it clean, or if you have stuff on your teeth to begin with, and you have bleeding gums, and now you put something on top of it, it's just going to accumulate more. And you're going to have a bigger problem. So people end up losing their teeth. And that's where it's like the do-it-yourself stuff. You know, a lot of people doing braces at home by themselves.
Charcoal's good? Is the charcoal's good for your
Yeah,
teeth?
the charcoal toothpaste and stuff good.
So the research behind it, I think the literature doesn't really make any hard position on it. But that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have a place.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people like to do the charcoal for bleaching and whitening of the teeth. And the whitening is peroxide, but some people choose to stay away from chemicals in terms of the what's, I guess, considered big corporate companies, big pharma, and go with more of the charcoal.
Okay.
All right.
And I got a question. Is there another type? Like, because everybody just always does this video. Like, is there another? There's got to be another type of fucking fake teeth.
Yeah, so for aesthetics, so my profession is a prosthodontist, which is prosthetics, pretty much. So like crowns, veneers, and crowns is the other term for it.
Okay.
So
Okay,
if you want to improve the look, and sometimes veneers alone would do it, sometimes whitening would do it. If the positioning of the teeth isn't really where it should be, maybe you want to be more conservative, do braces, put the teeth in position, and then do whitening. It's like a case by case, but let's say sometimes people want to do veneers, which are considered more conservative. But if you have staining or really deep staining that the veneers aren't going to be able to block out, or if you want to change the shape of the teeth, or you have cavities, then you go with crowns.
Okay.
All right. So there's a different.
So like if somebody came with like their teeth was okay, but they want them, you wouldn't recommend it? Like you'd be like, you could just do.
I always say the best dentistry is no dentistry. If you have healthy teeth, and aesthetically it depends on the expectations that people have.
Yeah.
Some people will come in and then they're like, yeah, I don't like this and that, but you hear more specifically asking follow-up questions. Sometimes I'll say, I don't think this is the best for you because you have a healthy smile. Maybe let's start with something more conservative, and then if you want, we can take it a step further.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Now you go like, even since I was young, I just know you go hard when it comes to just studying, or you just, when you get down to it and you focus, you really go hard. And anytime I was at Pop's crib, you go off, start studying, you just blast in the music, like, you really get lost in the music type shit. So, given your music knowledge, or where, just all the music you bump, what's your opinion on the music right now, the music game right now, as far as rap?
As far as rap, a lot of the new guys, I think, for songs, maybe good. In terms of new guys, let me just say, I guess, trap music or whatnot. But I love Lil Baby. I love Drake. I'm a still old school, and today's generation terms, Jay-Z, Nas.
Okay.
Biggie.
Oh, so you ready for that? You ready for that Locks Dipset?
Of course.
He gonna be in there. He about to have a barbecue for that Locks Dipset. We coming over. Fuck it, big bro.
R.I.P. DMX, man.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
I went to boarding
R.I.P.
school. That was
DMX.
one of my best friend. That was his favorite rapper, and nobody energy wise gave you like that type of just authentic raw spirit. So yeah, my condolences.
Alright, we all music. Now all of us got older siblings, or your pops came from music. That's for what. Like your pops is a music head. He's like grew up in hip hop. Like you get what I'm saying. You got an older brother. You got a bunch of older. You got a couple older brothers, right? Like two. You got two older brothers. They definitely enough, like older than you enough to where like they put you on music, so you didn't have to learn about music once you was born. Like you get what I'm saying. You didn't have to learn like. I mean, of course, Lil Wayne is
when he was bumping his shit. I'm definitely like, nah, what's this?
you getting on that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
can we all honestly say that? I'm gonna say my opinion. Nowadays, I feel like nobody has their own style, and everybody just tries to copy the flow. Like, which is fine, but I also love that back in the day, you couldn't say that two rappers were alike. You could not say that because they would get at each other's necks. And it was real competition back in the day. It's not no, oh well, he's a great rapper too, or that's my op. I'm trying to kill him. Nah, it was just real life. Like this nigga can't rap, and I'll out rap him. And if he diss me, I'm dissing him back. And you get what I'm saying? Whatever case may be. But like, you can't say DMX and Busta Rhymes had the same flow.
Nah,
you can't say that. They was still the same most energetic
but you
people.
See, but like I would say, it was probably it will always be two people who were similar, but like they will probably talk two different things. But it's like they got the same type of energy that you want to hear. Like one might be from the West Coast, but the other one from the East Coast.
I
so
could throw another nigga in there that's the same as them though. Luda.
Nah, definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? It's just the energy, Missy, the energy. But they was all different. They was all a different type of people. They didn't start jacking each other flows. Like, you get what I'm saying? Nowadays, bro, if a rapper see another nigga with a hot flow, even if he's already established and has his own flow, he gonna try to chop that and get it too. Which is probably our fault because we are so, why you don't evolve? We don't want the same shit. Well, I'm not gonna say we. I just put it on. I just put it on us as fans, where we be like, why you keep making the same music? Everybody mad at the baby, but his shit ringing though. He not like nobody else. His shit got his own kind of bop. You get what I'm saying? His shit got his own kind of style, and he's not trying to conform to anybody else. I fuck with that.
Definitely.
But then everybody else want that little Uzi shit. Yeah.
And they was
as soon as Uzi dropped, everybody was yeah. In their next track, and I hate that shit because it's like that.
Where's the originality?
I was about to say T-Pain was talking about that.
Where's the originality? One, and then that shit just makes me go back to listening to old music. Like
it
just makes me go back to where I told you the other day, like I was only bumping music from 2000 to 2005, bro, off the Apple playlist. Dead ass, like that.
I'm telling you, Chief Keef changed it all, man.
Son, the music game has.
And now look at that. Look at how jacking the style it came to where everybody's a drill rapper now. Like we got drill niggas that live in New York. Like, okay, cool, that's drill, but y'all not really doing what they like. Them niggas is real life out there, bro. Y'all wouldn't make it a day. Them niggas is real life killers. I seen in 03 them niggas had motherfucking RPGs in their crib. Cause you bugging.
Yeah.
Facts.
Boy had a rocket launcher, boy. You not fucking with them.
Yeah, and that's another thing is that it's so much behind the reason why things end up that way. Like I remember I was in Chicago, and there was a railroad car, a cargo train that just dropped off in the middle of the hood and had a lot of heavy ammunition. And you look and you're like, that happens, and there's a reason.
What?
Yeah, it's a story.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that. You ain't hear that?
It was just like an abandoned train stopped in the middle of the hood and opened it up, and there's just nothing but those types of weapons. And that's what's happening to our community.
I had never seen that shit, boy.
The Shah kinda brushed on that a little, like it kind of did that, but
it showed a little bit.
Yeah.
What?
And it's so much, and that's where I think it's tougher now to be an artist where you have so many different avenues to get your material out and keep people's attention if you're not doing like pushing it and trying to develop a new style, because
what's hot.
you can do a hot track, but can you consistently put that out with creative interest.
But
I
see
feel like
now
that's the problem.
that's the problem because you
Grab
can make a
onto
hot
something,
song,
right?
and then you could just troll everybody else, and regardless what your shit do, just because you trolling, people gonna come and watch that. All you need is 30 seconds of a view on fucking YouTube. That's it. Don't matter.
That's
So
what they
if,
say,
if a
30.
million people come and watch this shit for 30 seconds, even if it's the worst song in the world, that's still a million views. They still gonna pay you for that. Soulja Boy has a motherfucking electric slide. Worthy song. You can play this at.
Yeah, that's
it
when we
doesn't-
get old. You feel me? Like
Bro,
60. Yeah, we play
That's
this.
like you
at
gonna play the
spot.
electric slide, and you gonna play. Dum dum dum.
Oh, what y'all know
dum,
about this?
dum.
It's so crazy.
What's gonna be that song for y'all? You know, when you gotta get older and you gonna tell your kids the famous line. What
I
y'all
like
know
it.
about that?
Probably like a Drake song. I ain't even gonna stop. I'm big
Drake
Drake.
How can it
song.
not
I'm
be?
big. Yeah, I'm big Drake.
How can it not be?
How can it not be?
D is not agreeing with that at all. I mean,
He definitely gonna
can't-
go
you
for a
can't
Weezy line.
dispute,
He
you
can't be
know-
mad that it's a Drake line.
Nah,
'cause
what
that's,
about
What about Bobby Smurder? That come on.
Oh yeah, I'm
Nah, but Bobby gotta.
Bobby got
Bobby gotta redeem himself.
Facts. We can't be playing hot.
Yeah.
Like when.
But that's a classic.
It
That
though.
is a classic.
It is a
But
classic.
you don't got no more, bro.
We have.
But that's all you need though.
We not still playing, but I got a
That's all
fake
you
ID
need.
though.
What? What?
Hey.
That come on. Hey.
Nah, that come on, I'm
Hey.
going dumb.
That is a big
Hey.
fact. What you think, P? You could you mess with someone with the same music sense as you, or she gotta have a different type of sense?
no, for sure. My lady,
Sorry, Pete.
all good. We listen to the same music. She is very eclectic in her tastes as well, but sometimes it's, she has her favorites that
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even try to interfere with the radio.
Yeah,
All right,
you
go
can.
ahead.
You got it.
And
I already
just
know.
tolerate it. That's
feel like
what
Jay
that's
got
the
that
part
problem.
And
about
then you
just
might
like
you
keeping
might
it
like
together.
it. You never know. You like, you know what? This is
After your
nice.
17th time listening to it, you start singing the lyrics like,
You join in.
Yeah.
like,
That's
oh,
out
now
of
you like this,
necessity. That's out
yeah.
of necessity to keep
Yeah.
the relationship
Yup,
going.
definitely.
That's it though.
Rock with me real quick, bros. We're
good?
gonna go on a journey real quick.
We're
Y'all
gonna go
act
on the
yourself.
journey real quick. All
Yeah.
right, let's talk to me.
So-
Talk to me.
I mean, we all athletes.
Okay, let that
We all
marinate.
athletes here. I mean, not even our family type.
Oh, what
shit.
you played?
Football,
Everything.
basketball, lacrosse.
Oh, shit.
Was gonna play football in college.
How
funny
was
funny
lacrosse, though?
stories was like each level where I thought I was doing my thing. Like you play in your neighborhood and you're doing well, and then you take it to the next level. Like I went to 5-star, and I had a good summer. I was balling, and then I realized the level they were on and where I was at.
Niggas
and
say, yo, they some
I was like
dogs.
the last pick on
Every
a
time?
team of 7, and then I was they wanted to put me for like most improved player if I was like working and going to the camps. I was like, I'm going to the room, man. I'm tired. Like I knew basketball was a wrap, and the same thing in football. Like I went to a Princeton camp, and everybody's looking at me. Princeton camp. So I'm one of the few black athletes out there. I get to run my 40, and I ran like a 5 something, and everybody's like, "Yo, are you all right?" Like, run that back again. I think I did worse the second one, and then I said, "All right, football is out the bag too."
Yeah,
I got into the books.
So boom, I got to the books. So boom, I heard like it was just like a switch. Like you was nice and bowl, and then up until like 10th grade, you was just trash and shit.
Oh,
And
So-
shit,
shit.
it was like
Yeah, like that's the
whoa.
thing. It was always neighborhood tournaments, and then once you get, I had bad ankles, and even
On
to
some
this
Steph
day,
shit.
yeah, it's like I never rehab right. And I'm gonna make a whole bunch of excuses, but the summer that
Get
I
your
was about
excuses
to,
out, bro.
I was
Get-
about
get
to
'em-
kill it.
Fuck that.
And then I twisted my ankle the last practice.
Yeah.
I said, "All right, man, I'm done with this."
Coach had you going too hard in practice. That's his fault.
I
Yeah,
but when-
Thibodeau. That's
See,
what
that's
Thibodeau.
see,
Run
come
you into the
on,
ground
come on,
and-
man. All them fucking suicides and shit, coach.
I agree with football.
Practice.
Well, football, that was your thing. You feel me? You was at, I think, Kent, and you was
Yeah.
that guy. Like, you was a doggy, knocking niggas in the mouth and whatnot. Did that spark your dentistry? Like, did you feel bad?
Oh shit,
On
he
the
said
field,
knocking
it's like-
niggas in the mouth and
You
shit.
booming cats.
You know what?
And they were like, from what I heard, you was that ball. Like,
And it
school
was it was like a
Oh,
balance.
hell,
I was
P.
like I would listen to Ryan and see how as a musician he does everything. and you need that guy who has the ability to be a team guy to get you wins or whatever. But whatever the team needs, that's where I was at.
Yeah.
But it's just more so like that mentality of being a dog.
Right.
And just going in whatever's necessary to win, and still to this day, it's that way. But that's part of it's genetic, but it's also our communities, our environment. That's how we grow up. You develop that
Exactly.
toughness and that character by being in team sports from a young age. You can't just start, getting serious with ball. Definitely not in a city like New York if you didn't start playing
At a young age.
at biddies, super
Yeah.
biddies, but that's why I want you to continue to play football because you had the passion, and as soon as you drop the rock, I don't care. Like, it doesn't really leave you unless you can't do it anymore for whatever reason. So come on, man.
Yeah, definitely. If
Gotta
you're
play.
able, I definitely, I hear you on that one. Because if you're able to fuck with it, like, it's all about your passion.
I hung up them
the
things,
fire behind
man.
it.
Yeah, I lost a love into it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I hung up them things, man. Right after high school, I'm like, man, fuck this. I ain't doing this shit. Like, and the crazy thing about it is I love football. Like, I would love to go out there and play, but I'm not. Probably not. I mean, I would love to go out there and just, you get what I'm saying? Out there just recreational play. I mean, I would love to, like, I meant to ask you the other day. I'm like, yo, you got a football, bro? I was dead ass gonna ask you, did you? Like, I was dead ass gonna ask, because I was gonna buy a football.
Y'all talk all day.
Like, I was gonna buy a football, because I
my
was at,
son James on the field today.
He was out there today.
nah, I know y'all had told me
I
that,
can
but
coach though. I ain't gonna lie. But I need the older kids though. I want the older kids, not the little babies.
not the babies. You want
I
some
wanna
bangers?
Teach them how to do a 3-point stance.
Yeah, none of that extra shit. You already want them learned.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's probably what you're gonna get.
That shit is lit, though.
Nah.
Yeah, they'll take to it a little bit easier
I
once you
get
tell
some
them.
middle schoolers up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That know the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just one little kid just sweep left, sweep right. Like, you gotta run these plays because these other guys know what they doing too.
Oh, yeah, it's not. Yeah, okay. I mean, coaching would be cool. Coaching would be dope. I mean, like, I definitely gotta get. You know what I mean?
You gotta get a little Dallas Carter team. Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Met him at the gym. You gotta get.
That's the team I want.
Shouts out to my girl Marquette though. I can fuck with her. She's doing her
shout out to
thing.
Queens Avengers.
She's doing her fucking thing. The Queens Avengers. Fucking shouts out to them.
Yeah, man.
Bro, well, with all your success in your careers, and whether it is athletic, academic, obviously your career now, what would you say was your drive? And what would you say, and where did you find that drive?
It starts, I think, just environment again, like surrounding myself with a whole bunch of good people, good friends. Like, y'all stick together, y'all good. You push each other, and
Don't
also,
jack that, bro. I really don't even like these niggas.
but
Tough.
when y'all work in this space together, I should say, y'all got a good chemistry, good vibe. So it's never alone, and I realized that I had mentors all the way through, and I would go shadow, I would go observe, volunteer, just to be around people who achieved that level of success that I wanted, and then see how they did their job. But then you put it together with your strengths, because I could never be, there's some brilliant minds out there that see things one time, they got it, they don't got to study photographic. And then me, I always went to school. I had a job, I was playing sports, so I'm more of like I need balance. And I think that helped. But, one thing I would say, once the pandemic hit and no gym and the office shut down, it's like, yo.
Right. So
for
you
real?
need a schedule. Like, you like to have
All day long, I need to
You
be
need
busy.
that routine.
yeah, okay. And you like order, like, all right, 7 I'm doing this, 8 I'm doing this, or
That's when I'm in a good groove. But, I don't know if I talked to D about it, but I took a break from dentistry, and I'm taking a break now because during the pandemic, I lost my grandmother, talked to patients that had breathing problems, and if they got COVID, they tended to struggle a lot. And I'm thinking, okay, we got to figure out a little bit more to try to get out of it, not just on a vaccine level, because whether you take it or not, that's available to you, but in terms of education and how we can take care of ourselves. So I was talking to patients and then realizing that a lot of us already have airway issues, and if we don't know it, you're so used to living with congestion, asthma, hay fever, don't realize that the main function, like you can go hours without eating or drinking. But then if you pinch your nose for 30 seconds, you realize how serious it is to have good oxygen. And if you're not getting that and you put coronavirus also in the same system, it creates a whole bunch of problems. So that's my passion now, is just talking about the importance of air, just like the fundamentals of getting that in the conversation, because I think we get bogged down in the details a lot about, dentistry. Everybody thinks teeth, aesthetics, but nobody really, the function before
hygiene.
you had teeth, you still needed to develop your jaws, and the purpose of that is you're developing your nose at the same time. So that's pretty much my drive is
nose, mouth, ears. That's all.
Yeah, my drive is making sure that we do more communicating to customize treatment for people instead of just doing, all right, this is, you said one thing, so I'm gonna go to this drop down list and you get this. I want to hear and develop the relationship with people because they tell you what they're going through, and now we can start customizing and involving more people. We got Zoom. It's no reason where you go to an office, you shouldn't be able to access everything that you need just from one appointment.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people feel like since COVID hit, right? And I mean, even some people that have businesses, even some people that are working for businesses or whatever the case may be, a lot of people are noticing that they can honestly do everything that they need to from home.
Facts.
Right? So for someone not being willing to all right, cool. Why do I have to come back to work to do my work when I've been doing just as much work or more than likely more work, because you can just throw, you get what I'm saying? You could throw work at me because I'm at home, like, you get what I'm saying? Whatever you need.
I'll put me back in front of
why you, yeah.
I could just.
And going from the business owner's aspect, okay, cool. I'm paying for this big ass office, right?
That too, yeah. 2
floors with 40, 50 computers on each floor, and maybe only 20 of them on each floor has a person in front of them. You get what I'm saying? So there's another 20, 25 computers that's just unused. You get what I'm saying? And then I'm paying rent, and then I'm paying them.
That's
you
why
get what I'm
like
saying?
they sent the teachers back to school, because
I mean, yeah, you need the teachers in school, of course, because
But I feel like that's a good thing, because I feel like kids need to be in school just for like different things that's for outside of just learning type shit.
My girl was working there. She was telling me them kids is kind of like, some of them, because some of them, some kids are just smart. Like, naturally, they could catch on to things. But kids that need that attention, like
they're not getting it.
They're not getting it.
You're not getting that over Zoom.
It's easy to overlook them because it's like they're not going to ask.
They're not going to ask.
You know
They're not going to answer nothing. So
they're just sitting there unless you tell them like how you feel about that. So it's like, dang, this next generation, like these next kids gonna have to,
But see, the adults too, because
you got to play that part, bro. You got to still teach your kid or your old. And I feel like that's where a lot of parents nowadays are going wrong. Like, they feel like school is the only place that their kid is supposed to learn, when the first place that you're supposed to learn is at home. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of kids when they go to school and people be like, oh my God, they're geniuses. It's like, no, they're not geniuses. They're just instead of their mother or their dad, like, instead of their parents doing dumb shit and sitting them in front of a TV all day to where they just learn whatever they learn on TV, and they actually give them blocks and play with toys that actually have a learning purpose. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And even if it's just a game or whatever, and they just keep clicking the same thing, they know, okay, cool, it's A. All right, I know how to say A, B, C. You get what I'm saying? Put blocks on the wall. Make them, you get what I'm saying? Different things. Like, they have, like, there's some shit on TikTok where this lady, she shows what you should do with your kid just when they can't even talk or walk or anything. She's like, place tape on a wall and let them rip it off. Put holes inside of like a fucking Tupperware bucket and tape it to the floor, and then put strings to them so they can like learn to grab them and pick them up. and then put like balls all over the place, different things on different sizes, so they learn how to pick them up with their hands. So it's like, she said at 3 months, my kid knew how to hold his own bottle because I was just doing these certain things. I would sit him here and then pull one, and then they would pull one. You get what I'm saying?
These kids now pick up so fast.
Pick up things so fast, and it's not these kids now. Our parents just weren't hip to that. The same way our parents, and I'm gonna throw this in there. The same way our parents are the same way as just go work for somebody. Our parents have never had that passion. I can ask my mom and my dad, like, yo, what did you ever want to do other than work for somebody? I don't know. And not say I don't know, but guaranteed is like, I mean, I don't know. They didn't have the opportunity of like the freedom that we have to actually do what we want to do. You get what I'm saying? The most that they had at their age was, oh, okay, I want to sing, or I want to rap, or I want to be a basketball player. Now there's a lot of things that we can honestly do.
Nah, but I feel like
or a dancer, or
when they said change the input to input 1 to input 2, and we was the only ones in the house
that knew how to do it. Yeah, they lost.
You know what I'm saying?
They lost.
Like, yeah, that was a good feeling. We 5, like,
yeah.
Hold on, I got this.
How you change it from your stupid ass movie, Mom?
Easy. Now you the hero.
Not exactly. She didn't even know what you did. How you do that?
But it's really like what the common things that bring us together are the ways that we can sort of pull back into a comfort zone of being around people, because you, me, we all have the same chemistry. We all have the same organs. We're wired a certain way.
Yeah.
And you can tell based upon just reflecting on what's going on with you and somebody else, you start seeing or hearing what they're saying, it makes you realize, all right, I was going through this too. Now you can relate, this common ground. But how does that happen? It's not just the fact that you're going through that. No, it happens for a reason. And, you know, I keep on, that's why I keep getting back to the air thing. Air is everywhere.
Yeah.
And we don't realize that certain things we kind of need as a basic unifier. And I think that may be the only basic unifier that's universal, because I'm drinking water, you got tap water, you got this and that. We all have air of the same quality if we're in this community. But how are we using it? Do we know how? You know, those are the things that it's like, teach your kids that from a young age, and now they start putting the world together around them. It flows. Like the debate about stay home or go to work in the offices, you can't stay home and then start feeding MTA, you know, public transportation. All of this stuff needs to work in order for us to make our economy go and the world go again. So we can't really ignore that aspect. So when we start talking about things like on a global scale and working together, climate change and all of that stuff, unless we do anything different, which we're not doing anything different, nothing is going to change.
But like that same point, like how you say the MTA, but at the same time, now that person that's traveling to work has to spend whatever amount, like Uber or just the train. If they buy the unlimited passes, that's what, $30 a week. What's that? $120. Like that's coming out their check now. Whereas they staying home, they not paying nothing.
Pocket that,
Everything gets pocket now. But it's like,
I mean, it's just being spent in different places.
Yeah, definitely more Amazon. But like now, that's
nigga said more Amazon. Nah, I like the way you threw that in there. That was smooth.
You keep talking about the air. I'm watching this show called The 100. I'm almost done. And basically, it's like we destroy the earth and we got to go into space and come back.
Come on, man.
So now, do you with your air talks? Do you fear we can?
I think that it's
that's more likely than just a TV show type shit.
No, I think it's a certainty that people are looking at it. You know, you have people going to space and then trying to see if we can
live up there,
mess up Mars, or
mess up Mars.
Yeah,
that's
come
a
on,
fact.
because we haven't figured out how we're doing here and trying to fix this. So we're creating a whole nother. We're running away.
Makes no sense.
Basically.
And then we also have the Jeep. I saw like a new underwater Jeep they're trying to do, because the water levels are rising. The storms. Remember that storm? Was it a week ago?
Yeah.
I was on the West Side Highway.
2030, Florida is gone. Like, well, half of it, like everything by the coast is gonna be why Myrtle Beach might be going, all of that, because the water is gonna rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
And we don't even know what the fuck is in the water yet.
Right.
Shit.
that's why
a whole
I'll
other
go with
conversation.
at least the bottled, because if you have the filter, I would even say, how are you cleaning out our water system, and what are you putting in the water in order to clean the filtration of it?
Yeah.
So that is what we need in terms of you breathe in. There's a layer of thin water, and then a layer of fat. If your water isn't of good quality, and that's what you need for your blood to circulate, for water for air to get to your blood, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So it's just like the chemistry of it. So when you talk about we're all made of the same cells, and your cells have a certain composition, fats, proteins, sugars, water. But if you don't eat those things that are natural, and you eat only processed things, does your cell function the same way that it would if it was a natural cell? It has to kind of adapt, and that's where, the mutations of things start happening. But it's just bothersome, because I think we know more, but we sort of work in isolation instead of pulling everything together. And like, those are the conversations that nothing significant can happen unless we start being more active.
Okay. Yo, we dropping gems on
That
here.
ass. You
man.
know,
I can't just sit here. And let me put it into context, because I wanted to come in, with a little bit more like y'all vibe, y'all fun, energetic guys. But I just came from seeing my boy. He's my age, and he has double kidney failure.
Yeah.
And I look, and I walk into the room. I visit him at the hospital, and he's like kicking his legs while he's sleeping. And I say certain things just as to make note. Look, he may have some problems when he's breathing and sleeping, and that can lead to all of these problems that he's having with his kidney. And you mentioned, I talked to people about it, and they're like, they hear you in one ear, and then
it just
they do what they
spills
got to
out
do
the other ear.
because it's too robotic. My fault.
Nah, we
been
was dropping
vibing. I ain't
fucking
gonna
jewels,
front.
dog.
We
We
been
been
vibing.
I do
Like,
comedy
shit,
too,
you
by the way.
You feel what I'm saying?
This is what they need to hear.
Yeah.
This is definitely what they need to hear.
Yo, and also, listen, just real quick, man. I had a question for you. I mean, we got off the dentist topic. Yo, why most dentists be having fucked up teeth though? Like, you got some great teeth. I'm not gonna lie. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You're one of the dentists that I've talked to. But I've seen dentists like with the mirror in my mouth, and I'm like, bro, you need to check on your shit, bro.
That's super facts, and
Like-
sometimes it's a matter of people like, and it's crazy. You don't think about it, but what would you want if you go to a place? Like, that's how you put yourself in a perspective. If I'm running this business, but I was the patient and I'm coming in, what are you looking for as a patient? Do
A
you want
healthy
your
motherfucker.
doctor to look like he's not taking care, or she's not taking care of herself?
That's what
I
I
don't
be
want
saying.
a personal trainer that's 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Yo,
Unless he showed me like
unless he's Cali
that guy
Muscle, 300
back in
pounds.
the day.
That nigga better be
Yeah.
Cali Muscle.
Yeah.
Or what's homie? What's the other homie
Two
name?
tattoo artists with no tattoos.
Yeah.
Huh?
Gonna take a
Yeah.
tattoo.
Oh, that's crazy,
But
nigga.
I
So now
can
we
draw,
talked about
though.
that. We dead ass talked about that. Nigga said
But I
going to a
can
tattoo
draw.
artist. Yeah, we definitely gonna slide up out of here, man. Definitely have fun, yo. I appreciate you for coming, my nigga. Real shit.
Thank
You
you.
get what I'm
Really
saying?
appreciate it, y'all.
You know what I
Appreciate it,
mean?
man. Drop
Some
some
love.
Yeah, you already know, Jay.
man.
We gonna get up out of here, though, y'all, man.
They
Like,
got a new pod,
squirt,
y'all.
like, share, subscribe, all
Y'all
that
in the
good
world.
shit.
What
Sure.
y'all doing down there?